Hey, what's up, world? It's Jay with the Jay Grow team at Better Homes and Gardens Select Real Estate here with your Why Not Wednesdays.
Woo-hoo.
Now, woohoo! Perfect. The little woohoo for Why Not Wednesday. Now, we've got two of my favorite people in the entire world here. We've got Miss Alyssa Dibble of Taylor and the Cook and Utica Bread fame. And we've got my friend Amanda Reinfeldt of Caldwell Banker Faith Properties, my favorite colleague in the real estate industry. And of course, we've got Dave sitting over the kitty table, but you can't see him yet. Oh, there he is.
You saw his hands.
We saw his hands. All right, that works. That works. So, today we are continuing our exploration of the Sheldrake Point Beta Series wines. So, Beta Series was their, basically Sheldrake Point's Let's Have Fun with Winemaking series. And what they've done is they've taken different processes and played with them in ways that are a little unconventional. So, we've been talking about Finger Lakes wines, and a lot of you may be familiar with Finger Lakes wines because we are only an hour and a half outside that wonderful wine production region.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yes.
But what we're looking at are a couple of the wineries that are doing things a little differently. So just because I read it last week, I'm going to read it again. Their Beta Series highlights the wild musings of the winemaking team at Sheldrake Point Vineyards. With these small lot releases, they invite you, the buyer, into the winemaking lab, providing insight behind the creative genius and including you in the production trials. Oh! Ooh,
Lovely.
oh, yes.
That label is perfect for wine nerds like us who also love sciencey things.
Yes, exactly.
All we need
We've
is
got-
that label and we're done.
Here, half of us are either chemists or scientists of some sort here. So it's very interesting for me just to see how science
Yes.
really is. I mean, winemaking is an art, first and foremost. But there's so much science behind it, and I think the guys at Sheldrake Point are really having fun with it.
Yes.
So the wine that we're looking into today is their late harvest Pinot Gris. And with this one, they're known for very good late harvest and ice wines at Sheldrake. They do actually really nice ones. With this one, again, they used a lot of their science to produce a late harvest wine, which first off, Amanda, what is a late harvest wine?
Late harvest wine is sort of like a dessert wine. So for anybody who's familiar with those thicker syrupy dessert wines, it's sort of along that line. But basically they're just harvesting the grapes at a later time than they would harvest the other ones. They're staying on the vine for a longer time, and it's right after the first frost, is it? Something like that. I don't know that I'm well versed enough to know the exact point, but yeah, they're just harvested later and they have to experience some cold weather, and that makes them kind of shrivel up a little bit and they get a little sweeter and more raisiny. So
Flavors become more concentrated.
Gives you a nice sweet concentrated wine.
Absolutely. So we've got a late harvest Pinot Gris. Now, Alyssa, what's a Pinot Gris?
So Pinot Gris, your Pinot Grigio grape, very, simultaneous. So you're going to find that Pinot Gris, I say, is a starter wine. If you do not drink wine, if you want to start with whites, this is the wine you want to drink. It's a very medium grape, medium acid, medium sugar, medium body. It's got a lot of flavors that are approachable. White grape, stone fruits like peach, grapefruit, wet stone, which might sound a little crazy, but it's a nice, it's a nice wine flavor. And I call it's one of the noble grapes. So it's one of your 3 white noble grapes that are really heavily produced. And you are getting a lot of production out of Italy, as well as the US, Germany, and some other smaller countries as well.
It's a very popular grape. And this one, just give it a smell, ladies and gents. Holy
It
moly.
smells amazing.
Oh my god.
That's the great thing about late harvest is I'm really a dry wine drinker, but I love the aroma of a late harvest.
Oh my gosh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, as I typically I would never go for a Pinot Gris. It's not really my thing,
not your
but
thing.
this has got a lot of complex flavors to it.
Yeah, it is. I think that was their goal, again, was to use science to really make it much more intense, much more complicated.
So good.
It's not too thick and syrupy, which is why I don't really like dessert wines either.
That's one of the things I would encourage you to try. If you are not a dessert wine drinker, this is worth trying because most dessert wines to me are too syrupy. They're too thick. The residual sugars, the residual sugars on a typical dessert or late harvest can be 20 to 25%. So you're drinking a cup of wine that is a quarter sugar. Okay, it's a lot of sugar.
It's a lot.
This is only 9.6%. So it is actually a little bit less sugar, and you get that. What do you get for flavors?
Oh, all kinds of goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I get a like white grape juice.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That,
like
like-
just like straight up
Like
Welch's
juicy
grape
juice, or Welch's.
Juicy juice,
Like,
yes.
that like
Yeah.
very nice.
The stone fruits for
Mhm,
sure though.
absolutely.
Is it peachy, apricot-y?
I get
Apricot,
definitely tropical.
apricot.
But not
fruit.
like dried apricots, like fresh apricot.
Mhm.
I agree with that.
And like to me again, I would love to see this paired with soft creamy cheeses.
Yes.
I mean, I think it would be a great soft creamy
Yeah.
cheese pairing.
It's very
Um,
tropical.
Yes, definitely got tropical fruit going on.
Fruity desserts, maybe something with vanilla. I wouldn't
Mhm.
say anything with nuts or chocolate really.
No,
It would kind
no.
of oppose it.
What about like this over like to me like a little bit of like pound cake? Just like drizzle this over a little bit of pound cake and like in your whipped cream, I would do like a little bit of like almond, just to give it that little bit of nut instead, or maybe just vanilla and stick with the safety of the vanilla.
Vanilla. I feel like mango. Any kind of dessert with
Ooh,
mango would be
mango.
amazing with this.
That would be fun too. Oh.
Mango sorbet.
Uh huh.
Mm.
Oh, there you go. So let's head over to the kitty table and see what Dave thinks. Dave.
Smell test? The wettest of stones, guys. I mean,
The
you,
wet-
can, you can smell it.
You could smell the wet
Well,
stuff.
the stones were soaked. Okay, this is more my speed.
Okay.
So, like you were saying, like for a newer, like non-wino, totally into this.
Good. Jermaine the giraffe also approves, I believe.
This is okay. 7. So, like room for improvement.
Room for improvement.
But
Jeremy
we got
from
plenty of
behind the
white
camera
space
loves
left.
Jeremy from behind the camera.
Loves
Jeremy
it.
approves.
Jeremy approved. Very good. Very good. So overall, this is our last take on the Sheldrake Winery's beta series. I think you need to head over there. The winery's on Cayuga Lake. It's about an hour and 40 minutes from us here in Utica. It is so well worth going to simply because the facility is awesome anyway. During the summer, I know they've got great outdoor spaces. They have a really awesome reserve room that you can basically reserve for parties, and it's gorgeous. And just very friendly staff. And their wines range from entry-level drinking wines up to the most sophisticated palate can be accommodated there. So their beta series, again, using science to make cooler wines. Last week we tried the Apassimento Cab Franc. This week we rocked out the Late Harvest Pinot Gris. Overall, ladies,
I'd give it a 9.
you'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Ooh, it's a 10 scale rating.
10 scale now, 10 scale. I
I
would
was gonna
say
say like 8.
it's hard for you because I know, again,
Yeah.
you were...
I just realized, yeah, we
It
gave
was
it
5
5 stars last time.
That's why I was confused.
The more wine they drink, the more fun they get.
Okay.
Ladies and gents,
And at Sheldrake they have a cat. Yeah.
and they have a cat. Shout out to the cat at Sheldrake. So ladies and gents, have a wonderful week. We'll see you next time.